division started going back about 4 years ago now. Really, first started secondary school. I started getting bullied, got sent to hospital with a fractured skull, and we decided the only thing we could do about it was start working with like the police officers and the schools to try and stop bullying within all cultures. Our main topic was gypsies and travellers, and that's when youth division really started.
We do diversity training with the police and also the fire brigade, where we go along to Maidstone police training place, and we talk to them about our culture and some laws.
I was on drugs when I was a teenager, and I turned up at the youth club, which is run by the youth division, looking for help, and help is what I did get. I now know who I am. I found myself, and I'm really proud of myself, and I am proud to say that I'm a gypsy, which I never thought I would be able to say. Before I'd hold my feelings in, I'd never speak about my feelings, but I was at a place where I could, and I weren't afraid to do that.
Before I went to the youth club, I ended up fighting every single weekend, and I was like proper naughty and didn't really do what I was told, misbehaved all the time. Kicked out of school, or out of grammar school. Ended up coming to this school, got involved with all the what's it called? Youth division. I've stopped fighting really. I'm now into like boxing clubs. I've applied for apprenticeships. All the grades I'm pretty to get are all above a C, so that's pretty good. And it's just really calmed me down.
When I first started getting bullied, it was just like the one boy, and it was when I first started. It all started to come about when I first started, and I was best mates with just the one lad, and I ended up telling him that I was a gypsy, and to him it was good news. Like, he'd grown up with gypsies, and like he was excited to learn more about our way of life, our culture, and I thought everybody would be like it. So I started telling a few people, and obviously word got about that I was a gypsy, and bullying just started. And then like Mum would come into the school, like to try and sort it out, and it was quick meeting, 10-15 minutes, shook hands with the other boy, and it was just like dust being thrown underneath a carpet, pushed to one side. Then I started getting bullied by the three boys, started bullying me. That escalated a bit more, like violence and everything else that comes with it. And Mum come back in, had another meeting, swept under the carpet again, and then I eventually got jumped up the top field by 5 boys and sent me to hospital. Doing what I do now, like, it makes you like think different to what you used to think, and like I realised that I should be proud to be a gypsy. I should be proud of who I am. I don't think anyone else should have got the role I was given, like as a gypsy and all the stuff I do now, because I enjoy what I do, and the only place you can go from there when you hit rock bottom is up. So took it on the chin and tried to make sure no one else ends up having to go through what I did.
What people don't understand is that we're all human, we have feelings, and it's really hard to tell people that you're a gypsy, because straight away their guard's up. They think that you're a thief or that you're scum, and they don't realise that we're just normal people trying to live. Most people don't take the time to read about our culture or sit and listen about our culture. But as soon as they do listen, they're interested, because the things that my ancestors had to do back in the olden days, they had a struggle to live, on the roads with a wagon. But it's really interesting to find out.
The best thing about youth club is keeps you away from trouble, gives you something to do on Friday night, and also going to Portman's Park, giving us opportunities to learn more.
The way people act is like always a great laugh working with the youth division when we go away on trips, and like when we actually go to do some work, like everybody turns up in the right frame of mind.
One of our projects was Wild Doe and Grey, which was horse and wagon in the old Romany, and all we done was we went on a weekend away to a road trip. We was expected to make our own food and wash up and build our tents, and if you didn't make the grub, you didn't eat. If you didn't wash up, you didn't have plates. Well, first night everything was done for us, and then second night we had to do it all ourselves, and it was a really nice experience.
The best thing about going to the youth club really is to see what you've achieved and how you've changed people's views and lives. Because if it wasn't for me getting bullied and ended up being sent to hospital, then in some aspects the youth club might have never come round. You might have not had that youth club there. You might have not had a gypsy club in school. So, like, I suppose it's a good thing I did get beaten up at that point. I can say it now, but like, look at I get to sit at the youth club and see how many lives I've changed, and like when like the non-gypsies come in, the settled community, you can see it, you've changed their views, because if I didn't change the travellers' views and get them to say that it is good to be a gypsy, then they wouldn't have told their mates, and you wouldn't see communities mixing like the way they have.
I'm really glad that I made that choice, to go into that youth club on that Friday night, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I've got the youth division to thank for that.